Good morning. Welcome to Preschool Storytime. My name is Ms. Allison, and I'm coming to you live from the Storytime room in the Children's Library. It's great to have you with me today. The Storytime today has gone to the dogs. And what I mean by that is we're going to read books about dogs and sing songs about dogs because it works just perfectly with our Summer Reading Club theme of Tales and Tales. And speaking of Summer Reading Club, just a reminder that it's ongoing. If you've already registered, don't forget to be logging your minutes so that you can earn points and prizes. And if you haven't yet registered, there's still plenty of time. Your parent or your grown-up can go to our website and register you to participate in the program, and you can get started and work at your own pace. We also have ongoing workshops your parents and grown-ups can check into to see if there are spots available in those, arts, crafts, all kinds of fun stuff. And of course, we would love to have you come on down and check out books and all kinds of materials so that you can read by the pool or in your backyard in a hammock and add a lot to your summer. So, all right, let's get started with our books about dogs today. The first one I'm going to read to you is called Dog in Boots. Dog was reading a brilliant book all about a cat who wore a pair of truly magnificent boots. When he finished reading, Dog put down his book and thought a little bit. And then he went to the local shoe shop. "Have you got any footwear as splendid as this?" he asked, showing the book to the shopkeeper. "I believe I have," said the shopkeeper, and brought out 4 just as splendid boots, one for each of Dog's paws. "Bow wow," said Dog. "I'll take them." Dog was so pleased he went straight home to dig up his very best bone. But the new boots were not at all splendid or magnificent for digging. They got so muddy they looked quite awful, so Dog took them back to the shop. "Have you got some that are better for digging?" he asked. "I have just the thing," said the shopkeeper. "These rain boots are perfect in mud. It simply washes right off." The rain boots were wonderful for digging. You see him with his little tail in the air, digging that hole. But when Dog went for a swim in the pond, they filled up with water, and he sank with a plop. Dog took them back to the shop. "Have you got some that are better for swimming?" he asked. "The best thing for swimming," the shopkeeper said, "are flippers." And the flippers were fantastic for swimming. But when Dog tried to scratch, they flip-flap-flopped around his head in a most unsatisfying way. Dog took them back to the shop. "Have you got some that are better for scratching?" he said. "Excuse me. I'm glad you asked," said the shopkeeper. "With these high heels, you can scratch and look rather fashionable at the same time." Look at him in the high-heeled shoes. For scratching behind Dog's ears, the high heels were simply divine. Unfortunately, they were dreadful to run in. He went flying head over high heels. Dog took them back to the shop. "Have you got some that go a bit faster?" he asked. "Oh, yes," said the shopkeeper. "If you want to go super fast, try skis. They go very fast indeed." "I'll take them," said Dog. And he was gone before the shopkeeper could say, "But only on snow." Without any snow, Dog's skis didn't move at all. He couldn't run or scratch or swim or dig. On his way back to the shop, Dog thought some more. "Okay," he said to the shopkeeper, "I want something that's good for digging and swimming and scratching and running and nice and furry too. Do you have anything like that?" "No," said the shopkeeper, "but you do. They're called paws." "Perfect," said Dog. Dog was so pleased with his nice, furry, practical paws that he scratched all the fleas from his coat, ran after his tail, swam around and around the Queen's Lake until she told him to hightail it out of there, and dug a big hole to rebury his best bone. Finally, Dog went home and picked out another brilliant book to read. This time it was about a girl who didn't wear any silly boots, but did wear a lovely red hood. Thought Dog. Can you see what book he's reading? Little Red Riding Hood, and he's getting some ideas. Looky here on the inside cover. You see him dressed as Little Red Riding Hood? He's got all kinds of costumes. A wizard's hat, a crown. He really likes to play make-believe. All right, let's do a song. The first one, I bet this is one you know. It's Bingo. And what we're going to do is we're going to clap as we take out a letter, okay? There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, now we're going to take out the B and we're going to clap in its place, all right? There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, now two claps in place of the B and the I. You see how it works? There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, there was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, there was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, all five are claps now. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, and Bingo was his name. Oh, good job. Okay, this next story is one of my all-time favorites. I love this silly little guy. This is called Bark George. He is quite the stinker. George's mother said, "Bark, George." George went, "Meow." "What?" No, George," said George's mother. "Cats go meow, dogs go arf. Now bark, George." George went, "Quack, quack, 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 quack." "No, George," said his mother. "Dogs go quack, quack. Ducks go quack, quack. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George." George went, "Oink, oink, 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 oink." Oh my goodness, what has he done? "No, George," said his mother. "Pigs go oink, dogs go arf. Now bark, George." Look at her face. She's exasperated. Do you think George said bark? Nope. He went moo. George's mother took George to the vet. "I'll get to the bottom of this," said the vet. "Please bark, George." And George went meow. Okay, this is where I want you to help me. All right, take your hand. I'm gonna pretend like you're gonna reach down inside of George's mouth. The vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a what? He pulled out a cat. "Bark again, George." George went quack, 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 quack. The vet, here you go, take your hand, reached deep, deep down inside of George and pulled out a duck. Oh my goodness. "Bark again, George." George went oink, 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 oink. Take your hand, reach deep down inside of George's mouth, deep, 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 down inside of George, and pulled out a pig. George has been busy. "Bark again, George." And George went moo. The vet put on his longest latex glove. Then he reached, take your hand, deep, 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 deep down inside of George, and pulled out a cow. Look at his mom doing a backward somersault. She cannot believe what her kiddo has done. Whew. Bark again, George. And this time, George went, arf, 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 arf. George's mother was so thrilled, she kissed the vet, and the cat, and the duck, and the pig, and the cow. On the way home, she wanted to show George off to everyone on the street. So she said, bark, George. And George went, nope, not arf. Hello? What did George do? Do you think he swallowed the vet? I think he might have. Stinker George. All right. This next one is also, this little song is one of my favorites. We're going to work on your 5. Show me your 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be 5 little puppies running down the street. Can you do your hands like this, like they're running down the street? And they're going to tease Mr. Dog Catcher. And this is where you get to really have a good time making faces. Blah, 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 blah. And then the dog catcher's going to sneak up, so act like you're on your tippy toes, and he's going to scoop up the puppy, okay? We're going to count down from 5. 5 little puppies running down the street, teasing Mr. Dog Catcher, blah, 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 blah. Can't catch me, along comes Mr. Dog Catcher, quiet as can be, and scoops that puppy right off the street. How many are left? 4. 4 little puppies running down the street, teasing Mr. Dog Catcher, can't catch me, blah, 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 blah. Along comes Mr. Dog Catcher, quiet as can be, and scoops that puppy right off of that street. How many are left? 3. Very good. 3 little puppies running down the street, teasing Mr. Dog Catcher, can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Dog Catcher, quiet as can be, and scoops that puppy right off of that street. How many? 2. 2 little puppies running down the street, teasing Mr. Dog Catcher, can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Dog Catcher, quiet as can be, and scoops that puppy right off of that street. How many are left? 1. 1 little puppy running down the street, teasing Mr. Dog Catcher, can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Dog Catcher, quiet as can be, and scoops that puppy right off of that street. Are there any puppies left? Nope, he caught them all. All right, one more story. And we're done for the day. This is called Simon's New Bed. Simon, his bed, not Simon. Simon couldn't remember the last time he was so excited. This was going to be the best nap of his life. He quickly rehydrated. Where's he rehydrating? In the toilet. He's drinking the toilet water. That's what dogs do sometimes. And then he sprinted to the room he shared with his best friend, the boy, with toilet paper wrapped around him, only to discover a problem. Who's in his bed? The kitty cat's in Simon's bed. My kitty cat did this to my dog just the other night. She weighs 5 pounds and the dog weighs 60 pounds, and she still took the dog's bed. Excuse me, Miss Adorabelle, you're in the wrong bed. That's my new bed. Is she listening? Nope. Since politeness didn't work, Simon tried other methods to get Miss Adorabelle off his bed. He howled, "Get off!" He barked, "Move, move, move." He dragged her from his room, down the hall into the kitchen, under the dining room table, out the back door, through the yard, up the front steps, and back to his room. You see him dragging the bed with a cat on it all over these different places? But like all cats, Miss Adorabelle had a you've got to see it to believe it sense of balance. Then Simon tried giving her a taste of her own medicine. Let's see how she likes it. You see him trying to fit himself on her bed? Doesn't quite work. But yeah, Miss Adorabelle just didn't seem to mind. See how she's bathing? He even tried to trick her with a toy mouse. Still nothing. Simon realized he had only one option left, a shameful, embarrassing option. He begged, "Please, get out of my bed." But Miss Adorabelle didn't move an inch. He was on the verge of tears. He'd tried everything he could think of to get that mean old cat off his new bed. But what if, Miss Adorabelle, how about we share? She's thinking about it, not quite so sure, but what's she doing? She's moving over. She's left some room for him. Simon didn't relish the idea of sharing his bed with Miss Adorabelle for his very first nap on it. But sometimes you have to pick your battles. Look at that. Aren't they cozy together? That's not such a bad deal. I think they look pretty cozy. They may just go ahead and nap like that from now on. All right. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed these books and songs about dogs. We've got lots of picture books about dogs that are so funny and sweet. So come down and check them out, and we'll see you while you're here. All right. I'll see everybody next week. Bye.